Attorney Raffy, welcome. Your initial thoughts?
Yeah, thank you for having me, John. Magandang hapon sa mga nanonood. I was telling Maria earlier that this is not as sexy as Article 1, the one involving the threats
Article 4,
by the
yes.
Vice President. Yes. But this is as important. In fact, it might be even more important. But because we are dealing with documents here, this promises to be more technical than the previous article.
From the very start of the impeachment trial, we've been talking about the impeachment process itself. To use the words of the late great constitutionalist Father Joaquin Bernas, SJ, he called it an act of political justice. Yes. So there's the legal side, but there's also the political side. You're asking political actors to pass legal judgment.
Precisely.
Siguro may balance, no? Right now we're on day 11, and you've been commenting also on this, no? Part of the necessary public discourse that lawyers need to take part in, no? To help the people understand what's going on. I'd like to ask you, is it over judicialized? Is it too legalistic? There's no room for the political actors to play in, or this is the right balance?
There is over judicialization, but it's more a matter of fine-tuning. Okay. And also ramping up of efforts to popularize what's happening through activities like this. Having lawyers there to popularize, to unpack the legalese, the jargon, and make it more accessible. The problem really here is constitutional design. The function of the Senate is to try and decide. The try there is, of course, the judicial part of it. Okay, but the decide cannot be anything but political.
Yes.
You are talking of one of the most important political departments in our constitutional form of government, the Senate. So it can't be helped. But I think we're getting there. But we're getting there in terms of popularizing the entire process.
Okay.
Sayang lang because if we do not, mag-tune out ang tao and revert to their usual tribal frameworks, diba? And that is not good at all for a maturing democracy.
One of the first things that you said, in fact, today was hindi sexy to, no? We've gotten to the part, importante din, but not sexy. And yet, doon sa mga documents pa lang na nakikita natin, parang, so for instance, yung, it's a weird term, no? Accomplishment report for dispensing 125 million pesos. It's an accomplishment. Anyway, they had to revise it kasi walang specifics, violating the joint circular. But even the revised accomplishment report, may mga mali din, ano? Like for instance, reward, tapos 10 million pesos. Mga ganun, ako as a layman, when I see that, na parang round sum, parang it's just plucked out of the air, no? Parang hindi naman like 9,450,000, hindi ganun eh.
Yes, precisely because when we're, well, in my years as a litigator, we're really accustomed to see precise figures, not rounded up figures. Especially when we're trying cases in the Sandigan Bayan that the COA is involved somehow.
Okay.
But these are not confidential and intelligence funds. Okay. But you're right. When you see round figures, these are red flags.
Yeah.
especially if there is no convincing accounting. Okay, so what we're seeing here is a pattern really. The purpose isn't specified with any degree of exactitude, or there are no details. And aside from that, the purposes aren't among those allowed
Okay.
under the joint circular. So it's a pattern of non-compliance really.
But yung going back to your point na hindi importante siya but hindi na sexy, how do you encourage people to actually pay attention? Nga pa makikita nila to, no? Look at all these round figures.
Yes.
40 million for medical aid na ma-disallow, 10 million for rewards. How do you get people, how do you encourage them to actually pay attention? Hindi to sexy pero importante.
Well, really, it takes that people like you and I, institutions like Rappler and other more responsible segments of media, and even vloggers in social media should work overtime, try to spot what really matters, and design information materials around those important points to cut through the noise, because it might be resorted to naman by some players to deliberately obscure or obfuscate the conversation by drowning us with useless detail. That won't work also. It might be that they really want to bore people into tuning out, okay, zoning out. Again, not good for a democracy. And for exacting accountability, which this is all about.